Eliminating the first down penalty. The Detroit Lions proposed eliminating the automatic first down resulting from defensive holding and illegal contact penalties. Currently, such infractions grant the offense 5 yards and an automatic first down, regardless of the yards needed to convert. The Lions suggest maintaining the 5-yard penalty but removing the automatic first down, unless penalty yardage moves past the line to gain. This proposal aims to balance competitive equity by preventing offenses from gaining significant advantages due to minor defensive errors. Tush Push. The Packers have submitted a proposal to ban the Tush Push, a quarterback sneak play where teammates push the quarterback forward to gain short yardage. This tactic, notably used by the Philadelphia Eagles, has proven highly effective, but has raised concerns among teams regarding its impact on game balance and player safety. However, the league's internal data revealed there was a 0% injury rate with the play, so it is unlikely that the NFL will outlaw it. Regular season overtime rules. The Eagles have proposed changing regular season overtime. Currently, if the team that receives the ball first scores a touchdown, they win immediately, preventing the opposing team from having a possession. Data indicates that from 2017 to 2024, teams receiving the overtime kickoff won 56.8% of games, up from 55.4% between 2001 and 2011. To address this, the league is exploring options such as adopting overtime rules from the postseason, where both teams are guaranteed a possession regardless of an initial touchdown, and where the overtime period is 15 minutes. Playoff seeding. The Lions proposed changes to the playoff seeding process. Currently, division winners are guaranteed top playoff spots and home field advantage, which can result in teams with superior records playing on the road. For example, in the 2024 season, the 14-3 Minnesota Vikings had to play an away game against the 10-7 Los Angeles Rams due to the Rams winning their division. The proposed change should result in teams with better records receiving these higher seeds, even if they didn't win their division. Roster limit. The Lions have proposed a change to the roster limit rules. Currently, each team is allowed a 90-player roster during the offseason, which includes active players, practice squad members, and those on the injured reserve list. This means that players placed on injured reserve before the regular season still count against the 90-player limit. The Lions' proposal suggests that players placed on injured reserve before the roster cutdown should not count against this 90-player limit, unless they are designated for return during the season. This adjustment would allow teams to replace these players during the offseason, providing more opportunities to assess new talent without being constrained by the current roster cap. This proposal is particularly relevant for teams like the Lions, who had up to 21 players on injured reserve during the 2024 season. Free agency negotiations. The Steelers have proposed a rule change to free agency negotiations. Currently, teams are allowed to negotiate only with the agents during the 2-day negotiation period before free agency officially begins. Direct contact with the players themselves is prohibited. This limitation can lead to miscommunications or delays in agreements. The proposed change would allow teams to have one video or phone call with both the agent and the player during this period, facilitating clearer discussions and more efficient negotiations. Scouting rule changes. The Commanders have proposed a rule change to scouting. Currently, teams on the verge of making the playoffs face challenges in scouting late-season games due to restrictions on credentialing, limiting them to gather first-hand information on potential playoff opponents. The proposed change would allow these teams on the verge of making the playoffs to obtain these scouting credentials for 2 consecutive games in weeks 17 and 18, focusing on potential postseason opponents. Additionally, the change mandates that teams hosting wildcard games must grant scouting credentials to all other postseason teams within the same conference. K-Balls. 7 teams, including the Ravens, Browns, Texans, Eagles, Raiders, Vikings, and Commanders, have proposed a rule change on preparing K-Balls. K-Balls are specific footballs designated solely for kicking plays. Currently, teams are required to prepare these balls within a 60-minute window on game days, adding pressure to equipment staff during critical pregame periods. The change would allow teams to prepare K-Balls before game day, similar to the process permitted for other balls.